So it's that time again for collecting retro. This time, this is a little bit of a different one because this is like a genuine grail time video, which I don't manage to get too many of. I've done a couple of TMNT grail videos, but this one is another 100% genuine grail video. Definitely not clickbait. So I was obviously scouting the Japanese market as I periodically do, um, and probably within 24 hours of checking in with the Japanese side of the market, I came across this wonderful grail, which is a 1992 Mona Lisa. These figures, they're pretty rare, they're pretty sought after. The thing is about them is that most people don't really even like these grail characters in the series. So characters like Mona Lisa, or on the back here we can go through them. You've got Sandstorm and Half Court, Lionheart and Monty Moose, and characters like that. People don't really care about them as characters, and I'm okay with that because I don't really either. But when you're going for a collection, you kind of need to just try and get them all, right? Um, and even if you're not, if you see one that's available and you think that maybe you can swing the price on it, then it's probably always worth a bet. And what I tended to look at, other than the condition of the bubble and the card itself, was the fact that it was unpunched. So this isn't even a proper display piece. This has never been displayed per se. Um, and for some reason, this English version of the figure, because it is an English version, because it's all in English, made its way all across Japan, and I bought it from a Japanese vendor who deals in vintage toys. So yeah, this is the Mona Lisa. It's got a little bit of, you can see that it's got a little bit of cracking, so I basically need to find a way of trying to smooth that out. I don't know if it's even going to be possible because it pops straight back up, even if I push it in really hard. It's super poppy. It's coming straight back up. So there's that. The bubble's a little bit on the yellow. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit on the yellow side, which is not ideal, but it doesn't really take away from the actual figure and display ability itself. It's still, she's still very visible. All the accessories are still perfectly visible as well. So a little bit of a yellow bubble isn't really the end of the world. I mean, if it was just like super yellow, where to the point where it's cloudy and opaque, then yeah, that's a problem for sure. But it's still a pretty nice piece. Everything's still sealed down. A little bit of crack in here. I've put some sellotape on it just to stop it from getting any worse. But I don't know if you can probably see that. So you can see a little bit. You can see a little bit of crack there. So that's split. I've taped that up. But yeah, that's the Mona Lisa. I managed to pick that up. So with the import fees, the customs charge, etc., this has run me about £210. So it's not a cheap figure. It's probably, I don't know, it's probably on par, maybe slightly higher than the market value. Again, it depends. The market value is whatever you're willing to pay for it to have it in your collection. So I paid 210 for it all in. That was within my financial wheelhouse. Maybe it's in yours, maybe it's not. I don't know. That's for you to decide as and when you come across the grails yourself. But I mean, it's a 44 back card. I don't know if this is a UK release or this is a European card. I'm not 100% sure, but I've not seen Mona Lisa on any other types of cards, so I'm presuming this was the the only version card they released her on. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring that. Just another grail that I just happened to come by. It wasn't really something I was searching for. Just happened to come by it. Don't particularly care about Mona Lisa herself as a figure, but as far as a collection goes, you know, it's a pretty good shout. So the last thing I wanted to mention, just following on from this, is obviously I'm going to set up at the Kempton Park Toy Fair on the 6th of October. I've got a whole stack of my collection that I'm kind of trying to move on. I don't necessarily even want to sell everything, but I just feel like for me to pursue the new lines that I'm collecting, I need to move on some bits. So I've basically got like six tubs worth of figures and vehicles, etc. that I'm bringing to Kempton Park. So if you're in the UK and you're in kind of the Surrey area, or you want to travel to the Surrey area, Kempton Park is the racecourse. They've got a function room there that opens up onto the racecourse, and there's going to be tons of vendors there with vintage toys, like model trains and classic cars, you know, the Matchbox stuff, all the cars and the trains. And there's a whole section of toy vendors that will be such as myself, who will be selling, you know, the 80s and 90s and maybe even like the early 2000s kind of action figures. So stick around just for a minute, because I'm just going to go through, or I'm just going to show you. I can't pull everything out because it's all packed away a week in advance. So I'm all set, I'm ready to go, I've got everything packed away. But I'll just show you the tubs, I'll just run the camera through it just for a minute, and then see if there's something you like. If there is, by all means, and you're in the area next week, Sunday, October the 6th, and get yourself down to Kempton Park Toy Fair. It's going to be a great show. There's loads of cool people going. I'm pretty sure that VTR Dave is going to be there. So he's always a good laugh, VTR Dave. So hopefully, you know, we'll see him and a couple of other people. I've invited a couple of other people. See if Vadertron turns up. He might not. He's not really around that way. You might be busy, who knows. But there's a few others I've invited down to see, have a little meet up and that as well, and hopefully buy and sell some toys. But yeah, just putting it out there. Sunday, 6th of October, Kempton Park Toy Fair. So we've got a whole bunch of vintage video games. Got some vintage Xbox 360, Mega Drive, Master System, some Resident Evil collector's editions, which are brand new, N64 games. There's a rare carded Star Wars figure in there, and some other games as well. And then on the other side, just a continuation of the video games box, N64 games, Mega Drive games, a couple of my Skylanders figures in there as well. And then I've got 3 tubs of Turtles bits, and some vehicles, some more video game collector's editions, some Play Arts Kai Mass Effect rare Play Arts Kai figures in there. Got the Sonic Generations collector's edition sealed, which is highly sought after. Again, moving down, another box of TMNT goodies, some of the new Mutant Mayhem stuff, the glow in the dark ones. You can probably see in there's a couple of Manta Force bits in there and some other Turtles as well. And then moving down, that's basically the whole Star Wars box. We've got all the episode 1 com chip set, got the limited edition Chewbacca Star Wars trainers, and there's a couple of other Golden Axe bits in there. But this is generally like the Star Wars crate that I'm bringing to the market today. So I've got about 6 crates in total, all full of vintage video games, action figures and toys, all ready for Kempton Market. So hopefully we're going to do some business, going to do some trades, hoping people are going to bring some stuff along as well that I can meet up with a couple of people and do some cash trades as well. So looking forward to it, and yeah, we'll update later on after the show. So that'll be it for now until next week sometime.